Myself, Bilnav Singh. I am the student of the lovely Professional University. I am pursuing the program MSc Food Science and Technology. My registration number is 1201451 and my roll number is RS2034888 and my section is H2034 and my course name is Principle of Food Processing and Preservation and my course code is FOT501. And today I present on UST process and its application in food industry. So firstly I discuss what do we mean by UST process. So if we explain the UST is ultra high temperature process which is used to kill or destroy germs of any kind of microbe that may be present in any type of liquid like milk, juices, creams, wine, soups, yogurts, etc. This harmful free liquid is then filled into semi-layer packaging in order to keep the liquid safe from the external sources. This gives these liquid a long shelf life as there is no type of microorganism like bacteria, yeast or molds are present in order to contaminate or deteriorate the liquid. So after that, in the introduction part, why do we use UST process apart from that pasteurization and canning? So in pasteurization, the condition effectively eliminate or remove potential pathogenic microorganisms like various kind of bacteria, yeast and molds, but it is not very suitable to inactivate the thermostat spores that may be present in milk or any kind of other liquid. So why do we not use canning? So in canning, we have to ensure that the cold spores has reached the desired temperature in a desired time. With most of the canned product, there is a very low rate of heat penetration towards the thermocenter, and this lead to the overprocessing in some portion than the other portion, and this lead to the damage of the nutritional content of the product and characteristics also, especially near the wall of the container. And after that, why do we use this UST process? The UST process and the product and the food product is subjecting to a very high temperature, around more than 100 degrees Celsius, and also packaged in airtight container. Like if I take the example of the milk can be made commercially sterilized by subjecting to a temperature of more than 100 degrees Celsius and also packaged in the airtight container. So milk can be sterilized before packaging or after packaging. For this, UST or ultra high temperature process is used in order to sterilize the foods before packaging, and after that the filling it into pre-sterilized container in a sterile atmosphere. So after that, what is the example of the UST process? And so there are the some example I mentioned here, like if we talk about the liquid product, and so liquid product include milk, wine, yogurt, cream, juices. And after that, if I take the example of the food with discrete particles, so it includes fruit, vegetable, juices, soups, and if we talk about the larger particles, so it includes straws. So after that, the UST method. So there are mainly two methods of UST treatment, which are at direct heating or indirect heating. So in direct heating system, in this food product is heated by direct contact with the steam. So the main advantage of direct heating is that the product is carried out to an elevated temperature for a shorter period of time. So for a heat sensitive product such as milk or other type of liquid, the less damage to the product occur. And after that, there are the two methods of direct heating are injecting and infusion. In injecting method, in this heat pressure, steam are used to inject into preheated liquid by a steam injector that lead to a rapid rise in the temperature. After holding, the product is flash cooled in the vacuum to remove the water, and that water which we removed is equal to the amount of condensed steam. So this method is used in the fast heating as well as the cooling, and this leads to the volatile remover. But we also keep in mind that this method is only suitable for some kind of product, not suitable for all kind of product. The other type of direct heating method is infusion. So in infusion, and the liquid product steam is pumped through a nozzle into a chamber that contain high pressure steam already in them. So this system is mainly characterized by a steam volume and a small product volume that are distributed over the large surface area of product. So product temperature is controlled with the help of pressure gauge, and additional holding time may be accomplished with the use of plate or tubular heat exchanger. And so in this, and the tubular heat exchanger and the plate are used for the holding time, which are followed by the flash cooling in the vacuum chamber. So however, infusion method is better than the injection method. So first is that it is very suitable for the product which has low and as well as high viscosity, and after that it is used for the product which has localized heating and the rapid cooling, and also it facilitates instant heating and the cooling, rapid cooling method. Okay, so after that, if I was discuss about the indirect heating system. So in this technique, the heating medium and product are not in direct contact by equipment surface, but they are separated from each other. So the direct heating system are different from the direct heating system, by the way by which in the direct heating system and the heating medium and the food product are come in direct contact with each other, but in indirect heating system, and they are not in come with a direct contact with each other. So in indirect heating system, and they are the three main exchanger that are present today. Basically, they are the equipment that are used in the indirect heating system. So first is scrap surface, second is tubular surface, and third is placed heating exchanger. So first is scrap surface heat exchanger. The product flows through a jacket tube, and which usually containing heating medium and scrap from the slide with a rotating surface, and this knife is used to scrape the product material from the jacket tubes. So this method are used for the product that have very high in viscosity and particulates, which contain particular size more than 1 centimeter, mainly in fruit sauces, and can be adjusted from different product by changing configuration of router. So it can be adjusted by changing the configuration of router. So the major problem about the scrap surface heat exchanger is that with the large particulates, they take longer processing time for a particulates, which are impractical for this method, and this largely leads to a damage process and over processing of the sauce. And after that, if I will discuss about the tubular heat exchanger, there are of several kinds, and like the first kind is shell and tube, the second kind is shell and coin, the third is double tube, and the fourth is double tube. Okay, so all of these tubular heat exchanger has fewer seal involved in comparison to scrap surface heat exchanger. So this allow for higher pressure, and thus leads to the higher flow rates and have higher temperature. So the heating is more uniform, but quite very difficult to introspect. So after that, and there is a figure that depicts the tubular configuration, tubular heat exchanger. If I discuss this figure, in this the food are entered in the jacket tube through the inlet in secondary flue, and after that, and the food product is out from the outlet, and apart from these two things, and there are also outer tube and inner heat tube and primary fluid are also present that help in the UST process of the tubular heat exchanger. Okay, after that, the third process is the plate heat exchanger. Plate heat exchanger are similar to that you use in the STST, but operating temperature or pressure are limited by gaskets. So, this method is considered economical in flow space and are very easy to inspect and also allow for the potential regeneration. And liquid velocity are low, which could lead to uneven heating. So in this method, the uneven heating is accomplished, and this is because of the liquid velocity. This is because the liquid velocity are low. Okay. After that, to the picture that depict the plate heat exchanger, and they are the various things that are present, the various equipment that are present in the whole process, or in the whole instrument, like the carrying bar, stud blot, fixed cover, frame flute, shroud, bearing foxes, log fasher, and many of them. Okay, after uh, I discussed about the advantage of UST. So the first advantage of UST is that it provides high quality of food product. So the reduction in process time due to higher temperature and minimum come up as well as the cool down results in the higher quality of the food product. So after that, the second advantage of the UST is that it produce or it provide a food product that have the longer shelf life. The shelf life will be greater than 6 months even without the refrigeration. Okay, after then packaging size. So the packaging size is mainly independent of the container size. In this, the packaging size and the container size is independent of the food product that are present in the container, and this result in the filling of the large container for food services, and also increase the sale of the food manufacturer. Okay. After that, the advantage of the UST is the cheaper packaging. So all type of costs like the packaging cost, storage cost, transportation cost are very much low because of the UST, and it is provide economical options and economical alternative for the manufacturer. Okay. So along with the advantage, there are the many disadvantages of the UST, like sterilization. So the sterility of any food product is very essential, that are always keep in mind in the manufacturer. That is always in manufacturer mind. So the complexity of equipment and plant are very much needed to maintain sterile atmosphere between processing and packaging, which are very difficult sometimes for this higher skilled for even for the higher skilled operator. And the sterility must be maintained during aseptic packaging. It is must. So after that, the other disadvantage is the particle size. With larger particulates, there is a danger of overcooking. So if the particulates are larger, and then there is the very much danger of the overcooking, and which cannot be overlooked. That we cannot be overlooked in any circumstances. So after that, the other disadvantage is of UST is equipment. And so in this, and sometimes we have the lack of equipment for the particulate sterilization, which result in over processing. And after that, the other disadvantage is keeping quality. So keeping optimum quality of the food product will be a huge task for the manufacturers. So making a good quality product is a huge challenge in front of the food manufacturers or food companies. So here is the pic of direct heating versus indirect heating method, and this picture or image depict the direct heating versus indirect heating method that I were discussed earlier. So in this, in the indirect heating method, and the cool liquid in and the warm liquid out, and in this the food product and the heating medium are comes in direct contact with each other. indirect heating. But in indirect heating, and the food product and the heating medium are not come in direct contact with each other. Okay. So typical step involved in ultra high temperature processing of milk. So if we take the example of the milk, firstly in the UST processing, the raw milk are preheated, and after that the homogenization, which are mostly done by the indirect system, and after that again heat generation through the preheating is occurred, and after the temperature is hold, and after the holding of the preheat temperature, the heating to a sterilized temperature, and after that this sterilized temperature is hold, and after that the cooling is occurred, and after the cooling the homogenization again occurred with the help of both the direct or indirect system, and after that cooling is again happening, and at last the aseptic packaging is carried out. So the product are packaged aseptically, and the storage of packaged UST milk is the ultimate goal of the UST processing of the milk. Okay. So apart from then, the figure depict the difference between direct and indirect heating method, which I was discussed earlier in my slide. So after that, the application of the UST in the food industry. So UST are used in making wide range of product, and it is used for making the huge amount of the food product, and some I mentioned in my slide, like in the UST are very much used in making and sterilizing and making milk contaminated free, to make milk decontaminated, in simple word, and to make decontaminated milk. So it is widely used in milk and other milk based beverages, creams, juices and fruit pulps, vegetable puree, soy milk, nut milk, custard, cheese sauce, dairy dessert, caramel sauce, sops and broths, and many more. Okay. So after that, I discussing about the packaging of aseptic processing. So the aseptic processing for packaging the food product is very important, and it should be always sterile, and all the handling of the product post process and after the process must be within the sterile environment. So there is the 5 main basic steps of aseptic packaging lines, which include, and like if we discussed about if I discuss about the erecting, filling and sealing, this will be done through firstly the knockdown blends, and after that the food product are erected, and after the food product are sterilized and filled and then sealed. The example of this erecting, filling and sealing are cambric block, and after that form filling and sealing method. And in form filling and sealing method, the rolling of the material is done, and then after the product will be sterilized and formed in the sterile environment, of course, and afterward the product is sealed. The example of this is Tetra Pak. Okay. And the third is fill and seal. In this, the container that are made of thermoform plastic, glass or metal are sterilized, and then after that is filled in the container in the aseptic environment, and after that is sealed. Okay. So the fourth type is the thermoform, filled and then sealed. So in this, the product are rolled, stock, sterilized, and then thermoformed, and then after that it filled in the container that are contaminated free or sterile, and after that is sealed aseptically. The example of thermoform, filled and sealed are the plastic soup cans. Okay, the last type is that the last type is the blow mold, filled and sealed. Okay, in this there are the several packaging form that can be used in the aseptic UST processing. Okay, which include cans, paper boards, flexible pouches, plastic laminates, flow molds containers, thermoformed plastic containers, bagging box, etc. Okay, so here my slide ends and my presentation over, and there are the some references and from help of which I I made these slides, and there are the some references, web articles, and research papers, and through which that helped me to make this slide and present this slide. Okay, so at last I give warm thank to my teacher Dr. Satish Kumar for giving me a golden opportunity to make a presentation on UST process and application in food industry. So by this I gained a lot of knowledge about the topic, and so I give the sir a warm thank you for, for giving me this golden opportunity. Okay, along with this I will give thank to my seniors, peers, or all those who supported me and assisted me for making up this presentation. Okay, with this I give thank to all listeners. Thank you.